All right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachad Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings unto the elect. Yeah, pretty much just gonna go right into it. This lesson was inspired by, the elder Yashawamba. I was watching the stream that he did yesterday, afterwards. And, he mentioned something that was key in there. And, hey, word of advice, if you're looking, for a topic, or you don't feel like you have a topic, you haven't been feeling the spirit, and it's hard to get a topic to do a video, watch other brothers' videos, okay? Watch other brothers' videos, and there's gonna be something that somebody says, or a point that somebody makes, or a scripture that they bring out, and it's gonna be like that, it's gonna spark something in your mind, in your spiritual membrane, and you're gonna be like, boom, and then it's gonna, you may think about it differently, and the spirit will jump on you for you to do a lesson, all right, around that. Okay, it might be a quick point that they might, touch upon, but then, the spirit will jump on you to expound more upon that, where you do a response video going into that specifically, all right, and then, you can edify, all right. So, I'm sort of doing something like that now. He mentioned how we are the spiritual, all right, spiritual runaway slaves. Salakia, let's let this pass. All right, how we are basically spiritually runaway slaves, and Esau, Edom, all right, E is gonna come after us, all right, because just like back during the physical slavery, chattel slavery, where they had the chains and the shackles on us, and so on and so forth, what happens, to slaves that ran away? There was sick dogs on them, all right, and if they caught them, all right, they would basically kill them. Now, if you were a slave that ran away, that means you weren't down with the system. You weren't down with the slave-like system, or with the slavery system that was going on at the time. So you ran away, and you didn't want to be a partaker of it. And in turn, they chased you down, all right, and they tried to kill you. And that is what they are doing again, all right, in this time period. But this time, it's not shackles on your physical body, it's shackles on your mind. Okay? They're the same way they use the whip, to whip you and put you, into a certain mind state. And this time, they're using information, propaganda, and fear. Okay? Because people are easier to control when they're in fear. If somebody fears you, you can control them. So they knew that we feared the whip, and so they used that to control us. And they understood how much power that fear holds, how much control they can gain through making you fear. All right. Therefore, they said, you know what? In this time, we don't have to use physical whips, but we can use something that's going to generate the same amount of control through what? Through fear. So in doing that, they have put those mental shackles upon the people's minds. All right. And that's why it says in Revelation, the 13th chapter, it goes into anybody that he basically says, and anybody that should not worship the image of the beast or receive his mark should be killed. Okay. And that's what they did back then. So the elect, those that are not going to be, are not going to take the mark of the beast, those that are not going to be down with the system, they are likened, all right, onto those runaway slaves back on the plantation. And America is a spiritual plantation. All right. When you read in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, we were brought here, okay, to this plantation to serve captivity. All right. But now the Lord has given us that path. Okay. Might not be the best example, but the Lord put the spirit upon certain men, who are like the spiritual Harriet Tubmans, and those runaway slaves that came back to help other slaves escape. That's why it says in Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart. See, everything, it's like a mirror, right? Except what we're doing now is spiritually. We're not doing it physically, all right? We're mainly doing it spiritually. Back then, they did it physically, right? So you would have certain slaves that escaped, right? And they would come back, okay? They would come back and help other slaves escape. And hey, in the process of helping some slaves escape, you had some people that got caught up, some people that fell along the way because they feared, or they didn't have enough faith that they could actually escape. And so, you know, they fell back. Some of them ratted out their you know, their fellow slaves that were also trying to escape. And that's what we're seeing going on today. Okay, so starting with our elders and our elders and apostles, all right, and their elders, they broke free of this matrix. All right, they escaped from this plantation mentally and spiritually. All right, and through their labor, through them going out there and prophesying and giving out warnings, and brothers seeing that and waking up, that led to what? More and more of us leaving that slave-like mentality. The scriptures say is Jacob basically a homeborn slave? You know, we're not homeborn slaves, but because of the condition and the captivity the Lord put us in, this is where we find ourselves. Okay, and so what does this mean for us? Those who have escaped. This means that this man is gonna come after us. Okay, he's gonna come after us, and he's gonna try to make, and that's a spirit. The license plate here says 666. I don't know if I could, you know, if you could see it. You probably can't see it clearly. Yeah, of course not. All right, but on his license plate right in the middle, it says 666X. Okay, 666X6. All right, so that's heavy in itself. Okay, now and I'm speaking about Esau coming after us. You know, the name of the car is Dodge. You know, because we gonna dodge Esau through the spirit. But nonetheless, they're gonna come after us, and they're gonna try to make us, you know, an example, just like they did those slaves back then. They're gonna try to make us an example of what happens to those who are not, or who don't want to be a part of this system. You know, and really, you know what? They're not even gonna phrase it that way. It's not even gonna be you don't want to be a part of the system. It's gonna be if you defy. All right, if you go against this new world order that we have set up, if you go against this these new draconian laws that we're putting into place. All right, this C-19, okay, situation, it's a new era. That's what it is. All right, it's a new era. It's not a simple old thing that's just gonna disappear. All right, it is that push that they're gonna use to bring about the Great Reset. All right, that they're gonna use to bring about the microchip, that they're going to use to bring about total population control, population reduction. All right, they're not going to stop. All right, they got plans, and that's why they said it off the bat. They said, look, that normal stuff that you guys are talking about, you know, that you're looking for, don't expect that anytime soon. You know, so they're letting you know that off the bat, because they have a complete different agenda. But you know what? The Most High got an agenda. You know. And the only reason these devils are able to do, see, nobody ever thinks that their empire is going to go down, right? And all these different ancient empires, Salakia, the sun is beaming on me right now, but with all the different ancient empires, none of them thought they were just going to go down. They all thought, oh man, you know, with how high and mighty they are, that they were going to carry on forever, you know? But ultimately, what ended up happening? The Most High took them down, because you know what? As the scriptures say, the Most High set up kingdoms and he takes them down, you know? He puts one into place and he takes one down. All right. And what we're about to see is the downfall of this place. Okay. And like it says, it's going to be sudden destruction. So it may look like, well, everything is going according to their plans. You know, they want this new world order. They're setting this up. They're doing this. They're doing that. But that's not really what the case is. That's not really what's happening. All right. The Lord is in control, and he's going to have it look like, you know, these guys, you know, they got their plans. Damn, they're planning 5 years of lockdown of this. The Most High is like, look, bro, that's why you have Revelation 12:12 written in there. The Lord is gonna do something that's gonna cause these devils to say, no, we don't have time for a 5-year lockdown. You know, this thing is, we gotta move quick, man. Okay, because whatever their plans are, the second the Lord says, you know what? He tells them angels, pursuant to Revelation, the 7th chapter. The second the Lord tells those angels, yo, let loose, yeah, that's it. Your kingdom is going down. The same way the Lord sent the angel to come in and give the warning, all right, to Belshazzar. Okay, the angel in Daniel, the 5th chapter, he wrote on the wall, many, many tekel upharsin. Guess what? That same night, Belshazzar was slain, and that Babylonian kingdom went down. So that's how quick, and the same night, right before the hand wrote on the wall, they didn't expect that. What were they doing? Luke, what's that, 17 and 26 or so? All right, it talks about they were drinking and marrying and giving in marriage. They were having mirth. They were having a good old time. All right, And that's what Belshazzar was doing, drinking from the vessels of the Lord, you know, partying and all of that. Okay, and that same night, the Lord took his ass down. Okay, so that's how quick the Lord can take this place down. So don't fret, you know, when they mention their agendas. You know, the scriptures say that he disappointeth. All right, he disappointeth, you know, of the wicked. All right? He thinks it's just that certain things that he does, the Lord is set up to fall in line with prophecy, but it doesn't mean he controls prophecy. Okay, it doesn't mean that Esau Edom controls prophecy. Yeah, Slakia. I don't know what just happened there. All right, Satan probably messing with the feed, so it just disconnected, but it reconnected. You know, Lord's will, we could keep going. All right, but as I was saying, you know, you know, there I forgot my train of thought. Yeah, that was definitely a demon. I forgot my train of thought. But you know what? Let's just keep going. So the point is, Esau doesn't control prophecy. You know, everything, the Lord has set everything up. So the scriptures say we're gonna have to be as pilgrims upon the earth. You know why? Because there's gonna be no place for us. You know, there's gonna be no place in society for us to fit in. You know, everywhere we're gonna stand out, stick out like a sore thumb everywhere. Because you know what? We don't have the you know, somebody might stop you. You may go to a store to try to buy something, and then to them it's normal. You know, can I scan your chip, please, or something like that? To them it's normal. You know. What you doing, bro? Yo, Jake. You know, to them it's normal. Let me just scan your chip, please. But guess what? You out here like, oh shit, man. You know, and then boom. So you can't go to the grocery store. Basically everything, because that's why they're setting up these smart cities. All right, they're setting up these smart cities because everything is going to be linked together. Everything is going to be digitally connected. All right, and that includes you. All right, it's not just going to be you see, today people are like their cell phone, you know, their social media accounts, they are their emails. They want it to be actually you. They want you to become a piece of technology. You know, that's why they give you a number, a social security number. All right, they want you to be merged and become a piece of technology because they can control that. It's easy to control technology. You just give it commands like a computer. You give it commands and it follows the commands. That's what they want you to be like. That's how they want you to think. That's how they want you to function. All right, they don't want you thinking for yourself. They don't want, hey, if you haven't seen the movie 1984, okay, George Orwell's 1984, you know, I suggest you go watch it. All right, I suggest you go watch it, you know. I'll gladly take that spot. All right, I suggest you go watch that movie because it'll show you what these devils are actually planning, you know, concerning this new world order. They don't want any free thinkers, you know. They don't want anything of that sort. All right. They said, look, they got if you thinking for yourself, you doing, you know what I'm saying, you having your own thoughts and all of that, they call you a thought criminal. Okay, they call you a thought criminal, you know, and then they punish thought criminals. They punish people like that. Okay, because in their new world order, there's no room for questions. There's no room as it tells you in the book of Thessalonians, they sit in the seat of God. All right. Exalting themselves above everything that is called God, everything the Most High created. They wanna put their twist to it. They want to put their signature, so you know, oh, this has been remixed by the devil. You know, everything the Lord does, we're gonna remix it. You know, so that now we're in control of it. But you don't even understand completely how the human body works. You know, and that's why these so-called scientists, they go and then they fiddle, you know, and mess with certain things, and then eventually what happens? They end up causing a disaster that they can't fix because they don't ultimately understand, all right, what they're doing. You know, even we right now don't fully understand the full capabilities of the earth. We don't understand, you know, everything the Lord has created and how he has made it and all of that. But that's what we are striving for. Okay, we are looking, all right, we're looking and hasting onto the coming of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. All right, Yahushai, Why? Because that's when we're gonna gain that full understanding. We're gonna gain that peace. We're not gonna be running as slaves. The slaves are gonna become the masters, and the masters are gonna become the slaves. All right, and that's in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter. All right around the 9th verse. Okay, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. You know, it's only fair, it's only right, and it's only just. All right, and we know that the Most High, all right, is a just power. Okay, so hey man, you know what I'm saying? Esau, we know already what they're gonna come with, you know, and so we just gotta exhort each other to continue to stay in the faith and understand that, look, the job of the devil is gonna do his job. His job is to come after us. You know, his job is to ridicule us. You know, Yahushua said it. He said, look, they did it to me. You know, they did it to me. And back then they didn't have, like, you know, technology to the point where they can alter your speech and make it seem like you said something or did something you didn't do. You know, them false flags and all that they do right now, they didn't have that, you know, on the level that they have it now. So they're gonna come for us. You know, the elder apostle Aramla mentioned, he said, look, Yahushua went through his hour of temptation. You know, when he got betrayed and he had to go on that cross, he went through his hour of temptation. So now it's time for us to go through our hour, all right, of temptation. You know, now the same way the Lord was able to go through his, we're going to be able to go through ours, all right, if we have that spirit of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, on us. You know, it's not going to be of us. You know, it's not going to be, the scripture says it's not about him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. Okay? And so we're really, all right, getting ready to fight this battle. And that's why it says here in the book of Ephesians chapter 6, okay, verse 10, it says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, because Jacob's trouble is going to be a battle. And these 2/3, they already lost the battle. They don't even have a fighting chance. All right. The real battle is going to be between the elect, all right, the elite of Israel and the elite of Esau, Edom. Okay, and they're gonna come with all their technology, their lies, all right, their deception. Their power is in deception, all right. You read in the book of Acts how they'll say certain Israelites went and stirred up, you know, through deception. They stirred up the community against the prophets, you know, against the disciples, against the apostles, all right. They stirred up the community by saying, yo, these guys are saying this, these guys are doing that. They knew what to say to get people riled up. And then when the people are riled up, they direct their attention to the men of the Lord. So that once they're able to have the people on their side, they coming at you like in a swarm with an army, you know. And the things they tell these people, that's not the truth. All right. It's a twisted twisted lie to get them to support them. And that's what they do with their media. You know, they're going, the fact that when they put us in the news on Fox News and they try to demonize us with the whole Covington, whatever high school situation incident, right? Brothers did videos clarifying, no, this is not what it was. The clip they showed on Fox News actually came from this video right here. This is the full video. This is what actually happened. Now, you think these devils didn't see that? So they're like, okay, next time, shut all that down, take away all those videos. So when we put our clips in there, our clips are going to be the only video evidence out there. And guess what? That evidence is going to support us. So here it is. It's just going to be our words against their manipulated media, their deception, their lies, and their propaganda. You know, and that's why ultimately we're not going to seek them. You know, as Yahushua didn't seek support from the people or from the magistrates. All right. He told Pilate, he said, look, you only going to be able to do what the Heavenly Father is giving you the power to do. Yahushua, all right, when he was on the cross, he wasn't calling for Peter or John or James or Mary, all right, or Herod. He was calling on who? Yahweh. He said, Allah, Yah, my power. Okay, because the Lord is the only one that actually knows that we're innocent, that is with us, you know, and is going to deliver us. No, hey man, the scriptures tell you in Matthew 24, all right, as Yahushua prophesied, that people will betray you. Okay, so this is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Okay, so you got to put on the whole armor. That starts from your head to your toes. All right, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. You know, it starts from your head to your toes. Okay, it says, so not part of it, and you get that armor from here. You know, you learn how to craft the armor, you learn how to put it on, you learn how to use it all from here. That's why it says eat the whole roll. So it says, verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against the spiritual wickedness in high places. So we understand that we're not just going up against Jacob Rothschild and his Edomite ass. No, it's him and their wicked witches and warlocks who are praying against us, and those demons that they're praying to, and Satan who's lending his power onto them because the Most High has given him permission to do so. So we're not going up against flesh and blood. So that means you can't be carnally minded. You ain't gonna use a baseball bat to hit a demon, okay? It could phase right through it. You know, if you're gonna fight, you can't fight fire with fire, okay? Because guess what? You're gonna make a bigger fire. You're trying to put out the fire, you know. So when they come at us, our ultimate power lies in the spirit. That's why we call on the name of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai. It tells you in Hebrews 4 and 12 how powerful the name of the Lord is. It's like a sharp two-edged sword, you know, that can fight off spirits and it can fight off the flesh, because the flesh consists of the spirit. The spirit is in the flesh, you know. So I'd rather have a sword that can cut, you know, the spirit, okay, than have a sword that only cuts the flesh. Because if there's a demon, I could cut him with that sword. And if there's a physical demon, you know, I could still cut him with that sword because he got a spirit within him. All right. So it says, verse 12, for we read that, verse 13. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. So you gotta take the whole armor and be prepared in your mind, all right, that when the time comes, are you gonna be able to give it your all? Keyword all. Having done all to stand. You know, if you shouldn't leave any room, okay? Hey, when Yahushua went on that cross, he gave it everything he had. And that's why when he was done, he said, it is finished. All right, he did everything he could. And then he ultimately ended up giving up the ghost, because he had done all right, he had done he had did all he could to stand. So we got to have that mindset that we're going to be tested. We're going to be pushed to the limit. Okay? The scriptures say, continue thou in the things which thou hast learned. Sometimes it's going to come to the point where you're going to feel like, damn, you know, there's more negatives than benefits in this thing that I learned. But that's just how your body feels. But that doesn't mean it's true. Just because your body feels something does not make it true. You know, there's that saying, it's not what it seems like. You know, that's how it is. See, the flesh sees something and automatically jumps to conclusions. You know, your girl's walking, she sees you hugging and talking and laughing and giggling with another chick that she doesn't know. Automatically, oh, he's cheating. I'm about to go cause a whole scene over there because I saw him with another girl and I don't even know her, and he's hugging her and he's laughing and he's giggling. Automatically, she assumes that you cheated. Does that make it true? That does not make it true. Because for all she knows, that could be your sister. That could be your cousin. You know? That could be a relative. So just because you see something, your brain automatically assumes something, does not make it true. So you may see death, you may see a sword, you may see famine, you may see all of these things, and your brain might say, you see 5 troops around you, 5 police officers, they got a gun to your head, and they're saying, we're about to kill you. You're seeing things, you're hearing things, you're feeling the cold ass cuffs on your wrists, all right? And now your brain is telling you, shit, I'm about to die. But that does not make it true. Because whether you die or not is up to the Most High. It's up to Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai. So the truth of the matter of fact might be, the Lord is about to give you spiritual power. But what do you infer in your mind? I'm about to die. Why is that? Because of what you're seeing, because of what you're hearing, because of what you're feeling. And that's why we're not going to walk according to the flesh. All right. We're going to walk according to the spirit. Because in that sense, your flesh doesn't have hope. Okay. But your spirit does. Where there is no outcome, where there is no way out in the flesh, there's numerous ways out in the spirit. All right. Because it is your spirit that'll remind you, time out. All right, it looks like I'm about to die, but it looked like Daniel was going to die when he got thrown into the lion's den. Hell, it looked like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were going to die when they were about to get thrown into the furnace. I mean, the fire was so hot, it burnt the person who opened it, who opened the furnace. So, I mean, it looked like they were going to die. Did they actually die? No. All right. It looked like Paul died, but he actually did die. But what happened? He came back, you know? And there's so many different accounts that we read about. You know, so just because something may look a certain way, it may feel a certain way, your spirit, you got to lock into your spirit. The scriptures say it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. Because the flesh is going to cause you to make bad decisions. Always remember, you have to override your flesh with your spirit. Make decisions according to the spirit, not according to the flesh. And that's why I'm going to hold this on deck and come here real quick. That's why we're told here in the book of Ecclesiasticus. All right, and this is something we go over, but it's very important to really take heed to these few verses over here. Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Okay? So make not haste in time of trouble, because your flesh automatically makes haste in time of trouble. It's a reaction, you know? Oh shit, panic. It's a reaction. Your flesh does that. You know? What makes you calm is your spirit, your conscience. You calm down when you start to reason, you know? All right, hold on. And you know what? That's why a lot of situations can, they can like Apostle Tahar said, he said a big situation is really just a small situation that got out of hand. But you can avoid a big situation or a big problem by handling the small problem correctly. When you act in haste upon a small problem, it becomes a big problem. Okay? So instead of moving all hastily, you got to stop and think for a second. Hold up. All right? Let me think. All right, what's going on? What just happened? Okay, what does this mean? Okay, is this as bad as I think it is? What can I do? Think. Don't just react. Oh, it's so bad. Oh my God, I have to do it. And then you end up making it worse. Here it is. There's a fire. Your friend's shirt just caught on fire, and you instead of calming down, and thinking reasonably, maybe it's a little fire on the sleeve or on a jacket that you could just take off the jacket. You out here running and you're panicking so much, you pick up a bucket of oil instead of a bucket of water, and you throw it on him, and now he just sets up in flames. You got to calm down and think. So that's why it says here, set thy heart aright, okay, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away. So whenever you're in trouble, what is the first thing you're supposed to do? You're supposed to pray to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You're supposed to understand that this tribulation or this trouble that you're going through, it comes from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. There's nothing that's going to come upon you that the Lord did not sanction. Okay? Nothing is going to come upon you that the Lord did not sanction. There's no accident. The scriptures say they have no temptation taking you that is not, common to men. All right? But with temptation, the Most High is going to make a way for you to escape. So whenever you're in a tough situation, remember, it's not what's happening in front of you. It's what's happening behind the scenes. Okay? That's right. Prince of Yahweh, a.k.a. Leighton. Shalom to those watching, by the way. Psalms 9:91-2. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Okay? And what did Job say? Though he slay me, yet will I maintain my trust in him. So remember, it looks bad, but the Lord allowed it to happen. But the same Lord tells us in the book of Romans through the mouth of Paul that all things work to the good, all right, of them that love him. So then you analyze it. Okay, I love the Lord, all right, and he's putting this before me, all right. He says, whatever tribulation comes, don't panic. Just have faith in him. So what is the first thing the Lord wants you to do, you know, when you're in trouble? He wants you to call upon him. So the second trouble comes upon you, remember the Lord is testing you to see what is your first reaction. All right, step one. Okay, if you pass step one, then you move on to the next. All right. If you fail step one, but he has mercy on you, then you need to do better. Okay? The first thing you got to do, remember, is to pray. No matter how bad the situation seems, you pray. You pray above all. Okay? So it says because you may try to seek help, but ultimately it's the will of the Lord. The Lord has to allow that help to come through. You know, and if you don't ask for help from the Lord, you're not getting help from anywhere else. All help that happens on the earth comes from the Lord. So lest you ask the Lord for help, you will not get help from anywhere. You may get something that seems like help, but it's ultimately not help. All right? So it says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So no matter what hell or tribulation you go through, the worst thing you want to do is to depart from the scriptures. It's to depart from the spirit, and it's to depart from Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. The worst thing you want to do is to feel like blaming the ministry or blaming the spirit for something bad happening to you, to where you now have a ill mindset towards the truth. That's the worst thing you want to do. As it says, depart not away. All right, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Look at Job. There's a reason the book of Job is there, so we can learn from it. All right, learn from what Job did. Job did the right thing, and that's why at the end he got double what he had before. Okay. Now, had Job done the opposite, he would have got messed up, because the Lord was justified in doing what he did anyway. You know. It says, you got to think about it, man. Any day, all right, any minute, any second, the Lord can do something to you where maybe you lose control of your legs. Imagine how hard life will be for you. Because look, life is hard, right? Life is hard for cripples who are born crippled, all right? Even though they're used to it because they were born that way, you know, and they grow up learning to adjust to it, life is still hard for them. How much harder do you think life will be for you, who was not born a cripple, but just became a cripple? And now you gotta now, it's like, how do you even begin to live life? You know, like, now you gotta learn how to do certain things, how to move. You know, you gotta get, oh man. And the Lord could do that to you at any second, any point in time. He could just say, look, yo, hit him let a car T-bone his ass and let him end up crippled. Any second, the Lord can do that to you. And your life would be dead, man. You would be screwed. Or even worse, he could just paralyze you. Lord can have it. You may get into some collision and your spinal cord gets messed up and you're paralyzed. You can't move. You're a vegetable. The Lord can do that to you literally at any given second. Yahweh can give the order through Yahushai, through the angels, and your ass is a vegetable. Boom. Nothing you can do about it. That's judgment. You know, he can do that. But he hasn't done it. You know, the Lord hasn't done it. So you got to think about it. Okay, in a situation like that, what do? The Lord just turned your ass into a vegetable. Who are you going to go to? Are you going to run to Esau? What? You know, who are you going to go to for help? You're stuck. You're in a messed up situation. So you see how fearful the Lord can be? You know, you see the certain things. So when you think like that, you're like, yo, hold up. You know, I gotta learn to appreciate more. You know, I gotta learn to like value the things that the Lord has given me. You know, oftentimes we're so worried about the things we don't have. You know, what do I need? You know, what can I get? What don't I have? Hey, even the simple things that you do have, you got to remember, some people don't have that. You know? So if you are of the spirit of, you know what, you know, I'm gonna just chill, or I'm not really feeling it anymore and I want to do my own thing, remember that. Remember that when the Lord had, you know, when he could have taken your ass out at any moment, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it. And he protected you. He provided for you. He gave you a roof over your head. He gave you shelter. He gave you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. He gave you all of that free of cost, free of charge, fresh air to breathe. I mean, you're alive, right? You get food to eat. You all of that, all of the above, right? The Lord gave you all of that. Remember that. Remember that when you feel all lukewarm and lackadaisical and you don't want to do shit, remember that at any given moment the Lord can say, "Oh, word. Let's see what I'm trying to do to you." All the different times. There's times when you're really in a life and death situation, but you don't even know it. I mean, there's been countless times. I'm pretty sure there's been countless times each and every one of us has been in a life and death situation that we did not even have a clue. Because what the Lord said had the angels guard and protect us to where we didn't even notice what was going on. We didn't even, hey, Lord might have had it. Hey, certain times you pass a certain road, right? And you come back the other way. And just like 2 or 3 minutes after you pass, there was an accident over there. That accident could have been for your ass. But the Lord had it to where you were just 2 minutes earlier. It didn't touch you. It caught somebody else. You might not know. You might just think, oh, damn, that's a crazy accident. You might not know that accident could have been for you. And the Lord had it to where it didn't touch you. So you see, there's certain things. There's so much that the Lord does that we don't even know behind the scenes. There's so much the Lord forgives us for that we don't even know. Do you know how many offenses we commit daily that we don't even know about? Okay? Whether in thought or in deed. Not knowingly. That's why King David said, what? Cleanse me of my secret faults, things that I don't even know about. So if the Lord, so that's why, look, that we can't have an entitled mindset, an ungrateful mindset, because at any moment the Lord is beyond 100% justified in doing whatever he pleases to you. I mean, even if you're perfect and you've never gone off, the Lord is still justified in doing whatever he wants to do to you. So now think about how your life is now, and then thank the Lord for having mercy on you and not making your life worse than it already is. So let's go back. Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, it says verse 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Because what is that gonna do? The scriptures say that a gift destroyeth the heart, and sorrow I forgot how it goes, but it basically it strengthens, it strengthens the mind, or it strengthens the heart, sorrow, So we gotta that's right. Men of Valor, SC Upstate Ba, Lamentations 3:22. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed. Whoo, perfect precept. All right, because his compassions fail not. Hey, imagine, look, man, you gotta, like, sometimes you gotta think about these things, man. Like, Esau is really a retarded devil. Like, you're the devil, but you've got to be the most retarded devil that has ever been existed, because you want to play the role of God. Do you know what it takes to play the role of the Most High? Nobody can be the Most High but the Most High. And nobody can be Yahushai but Yahushai. Because if anybody else was the Most High, we would not exist. No, nothing. Nothing would exist. You know why? Because you would have lost it. I mean, maybe a good 1,000 years into creation, you would have lost it. You would have said, no, F all that. Nope, destroy it. I'm good. I'll stay in darkness. I'll chill right here. If anybody but the Most High was the Most High, we would not exist. Okay? We would not exist. Because do you know how much long suffering the Lord has? Do you know how much patience and compassion? Hey, matter of fact, since I mentioned that, let me actually get this precept here in the book of Malachi. All right, the book of Malachi, chapter 1. All right, verse 1, it says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So the Lord said he loved us. And it says, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Man, if you read the book of Judges, and we humans, and we read the book of Judges, and I mean, I get pissed, because I'm like, damn, like how many times are you gonna go off? But yet the Lord always forgives us. The Lord is always there, pleading with us through the prophets, pleading with his nation, constantly reaching out like, look, just come back and I'll forgive you, and I'll have mercy upon you. So, yet wherein hast thou loved us? The fact that you still exist as a nation is a testament to the Lord loving us, man. Because, man, yo, call Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man, for the mercies, the mercies and compassion the Lord has for us, man. Because, I mean, if he had even a gram short of it, we would be, man, I don't even know where the nation of Israel would be, man. Okay? I don't even know where the nation of Israel would be. And that's why we constantly have to be grateful to the Lord, man. Okay? We have to be grateful to the Lord, man, because damn. And he's going, and after everything we've done, he's going to bless us with a kingdom. The Lord is like, look, if I leave it up to you, you'll never get to the kingdom, you know? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you perfect, you know? All the struggles that you've been going through, I'm going to make you perfect. I'm just going to give you that body. So now you're perfect. Now you're not going off. Now you can be happy, you know, because you want to be happy, but you can't because you're in sinful flesh. So I'm like, the Lord is literally trying to give us the kingdom. The Lord is literally trying to give us the king. Think about it. Eternal life, immortality, pleasures, paradise. The scriptures say it is the Lord's good pleasure. He's literally trying to give us the kingdom. That's why he's telling us to get right. Because that's the only way we can get the kingdom. But you got niggas that turn around and you want to do the opposite. Like, you got to really think about it. You know, the Most High is like, look, you like literally like, here's the answers to the test. I want you to pass. Just take the damn answers and put it on the test and pass the thing and you can be good. Niggas, nah. I don't know. I see what you're saying and you are absolutely, but I don't know. It's 4, but I kind of want to put 3. I don't know. Let me just try it out. Like this, man, I don't even know, man. Shalom. Amawan Ibad, James 5:7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience for it until he receive the early and latter rain. All right. James 5:8. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door. Now, think about it. All these things the Lord is teaching us and commanding us to do, these are things that we're supposed to be doing naturally. Like, these are things that as a nation, you know, especially as a holy nation, as the Most High, as the Most High's chosen people, these are things that we're supposed to be doing naturally. Like, being brotherly to each other. Do we have to be told to be brotherly? You know, like, don't sleep with your neighbor's wife. You got to be told not to sleep with another man's wife. You know, I mean, damn. You know, like, these are things you look at it. The Lord is really just you know, the laws in here and the commandments. What did the Lord command us to do? Feed the sheep. But what is that? What does it mean to feed the Lord's sheep? It means to direct them in the path that they should go in. It means to tell them, hey, stop doing this and do this. Hey, this is what the Lord wants you to do. So if you're not doing it, start doing it. Hey, this is who you are. And everything we're doing is for your benefit. It's beneficial. That's what the Lord said. The Lord literally says, look, I'll give you the truth. This is what you got to do. Go and benefit mine elect. Literally, go and benefit mine elect. Because everything you teach them through the Spirit is going to benefit them. It's going to grow them in character. It's going to grow them in the Spirit. It's going to grow them in knowledge and wisdom, in understanding, all right, in love, in hope, in faith. I mean, we do all kinds of videos. And even in us doing the videos pursuant to Matthew 10:20, it's the Lord that's speaking through us. And what are we telling you in these videos? We're warning you as to the things that are going to come. And we're giving you directions as to what to do when these things come. Do you understand? Do you understand what this thing is truly about? Yahushua, when Yahushua was on the earth, what was Yahushua doing? Did the Lord tell Yahushua go climb Mount Everest? You know, did he tell Paul to dig 20 feet into the earth? No, he said, go and teach my word. Wake them up. Let them know that the kingdom is coming. Let them literally go and tell them, all right, that, hey, salvation is coming for you. Just stop doing all the wickedness and start doing righteousness. And literally, that's it. Salvation is right there. You know, this man is going to come. This is what he's going to do. All right. He's gonna try to force a chip inside you. He's gonna try to throw you into concentration camps. All right. He's gonna come for your family. He's gonna come for your children. He's gonna demonize you. He's gonna say this, that, and the third. He's gonna try to force a jab inside you. We're warning you of these things to come. That's love. And then we're telling you, but don't worry. Because what's the follow-up question? Oh, well, what do I do then? Don't worry about it. Just have faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And at that very moment, he'll show you exactly what you got to do. Isn't that love? We're telling you, we're warning you, a warning that not a lot of people know, all right, or take seriously, but we're warning you what's about to happen, and then we're telling you what to do when it happens. You know, they come in with that microchip. They want to put a chip inside of you. Just so that if, in case you didn't know, well, now we're telling you, don't take the chip. That's it. That is for your benefit. Because if I'm telling you don't take the chip because you're going to be destroyed, that's as if I know that there's going to be a shootout down the block and I tell you, hey, don't go down that block because if you go, you're going to get shot up. That's literally what we're doing. We're telling you, look, don't take the chip or else you're going to get burnt up. The Lord is going to destroy you. We're saving lives through this ministry. But the devil's going to do what the devil's going to do. And these dumbass people are going to listen to him. I mean, you're going to be able to turn what's so bad about what we're doing? You know? And I mentioned this time and time again. Have we not, through the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you have people that repented from being gangbangers, from being whatever you were doing in the world, whatever crimes. You have criminals that repented, And if you look at them today, you wouldn't be able to tell. You would not know this brother's been in jail before, this brother done this before. You wouldn't know that. You may meet, hey man, you meet, and I'm talking about sincerely, in the sincere group, you'll meet some of the best, most people with the best characters, the most kind and compassionate people in the truth. And if you were to look into their past, you'd probably be scared. You probably, oh, is he putting up a front? Like, how do you do a complete 180 like that? But what? It was through the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So look at all the good we're doing. Really, we're stopping crime. Crime stoppers. We're really crime stoppers. You tell them, don't steal. You know what I'm saying? Don't do this. Don't do that. Be patient. Learn. Don't go out gang banging and committing adultery and all this stuff. We're really making the world a better place. Are we not? But this devil gonna come and call us terrorists for doing that. So if we're causing more people, all right, namely the elect, to stop wickedness and come to righteousness, live a calm, righteous life to get delivered, we're terrorists for that? We're telling people, don't go pick up guns. We're literally telling you, do not go and pick up guns. But we're terrorists for that. I mean, you think about this man's logic, you're like, damn, like, how does that even make sense? And that's why ultimately they're going to have to frame us. Because anybody who listens to our message is like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Whenever there was a shooting, we did videos condemning it. But we're the terrorists. We're preaching a righteous kingdom where we're not going to have the wickedness that we have today. You're going to be able to breathe fresh air, but we're terrorists. You're going to be able to drink fresh water, but we're terrorists. You're going to live happily, but we're terrorists. There's going to be peace on the earth, but we're terrorists. So let me see where I was at. I just wanted to hit that point in Malachi, and I know brother's been putting precepts on there, so I'm gonna hit that after this. It's actually, what? Let me actually jump, okay, to the book of Wisdom of Solomon, because you know what? The Lord is gonna give us a great reward, because the Lord sees, man, that look, on the face of the whole planet Earth, man, nobody's really seeking righteousness. Except for the hopeful elect, nobody's seeking righteousness. Everybody's been so corrupt and so drunk in Esau's madness and his lies that they love wickedness. It's become a part of them. Nobody is seeking the ways of righteousness. And so the ones who are seeking the ways of righteousness are going to be ridiculed. They're going to want to eliminate you, because they're like, you don't fit in here. We don't need you preaching that madness. So get rid of them. All right. But you come and try. All right. Now this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God, and there shall no torment touch them. Okay. Because The souls of the wicked are in the hand of the devil, and all the torments are going to touch you. Because you know what you're going to realize? You're going to realize that the devil works for the Most High. You know? So you may think, oh, well, I'm going to go with them because they look like they're in power. You know, I'm going to trust in their chariots. You know, I'm going to trust in Egypt because they got chariots and all this, that, and the third. You going to regret it. You know? You're going to regret it. It says, verse 2, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. And people, you know, they think like that, man. You know? Hey, you may have a runaway, going back to the title, right? A runaway slave, and he gets caught and they put him to death. Guess what? Really, he's at peace. Because you know what's going to happen to you? Your ass is still going to get beat in the hot blazing sun, picking cotton off of there, having to endure the BS and the torments that the stupid ass Edomite is going to put you through. All right? So some of us might be martyred, okay? Some of us might, you know, hey, the Lord might have it to where we have to flee, right? Maybe you have to flee from your house, you know, and maybe you end up in the woods somewhere. You end up, I don't know, somewhere you don't even know. You end up upstate somewhere in the mountains somewhere, right? People might think like, oh, damn, he's really going through it, you know? But the Lord might have it to where you walk in and you see a nice, you know, you may see some bushes, you walk through and it's like a nice ass forest, you know, harmonious, light. There's a nice a tavern, all right, in the center, you know, and there's nice water right there. There's food over there. Chill, peaceful, you know, and you just chilling over there. You get fed, you get everything, you protected, you up in there. People gonna think, damn, this guy really went through it. He ran away. He's probably freezing in the cold, and the Lord got you warm, pursuant to Isaiah 65:13. The Lord got you chilling over there, you know, because, and then now the famine hits in the cities, people start going crazy, and guess what? Those same individuals are going to start bugging out. You know, they're going to start losing their minds. They're going to end up committing cannibalism and breaking into people's houses and going all crazy. Because, man, these cities, the way these cities are built, they're literally built for a chaotic, destructive situation. You know? Do you know how easy it is to walk from one block to another? Do you know how many freaking rooms are in an apartment building? So literally you get out your apartment door, there's damn near what, 3-4 feet on your left, there's another apartment door right there. You know, talk about breaking into somebody's house. They just got to come out their house and go down the hallway. You know, it says verse 3, and they're going forth from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. Okay, it says, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. You know, and it's the same thing like in the book of Maccabees, you know, with the 7 brothers and their mother. Guess what? They were punished in the sight of men, but their hope was full of immortality. They were like, look, we're going to come back. And the result for what's going on here, we're going to benefit. And they cursed Antiochus' ass out. They said, you ain't going to have no benefits, man. You're going to suffer. Okay? It says, because, okay, you end up in a concentration camp. Cool, you said you're not taking the chip. You're not denouncing Yahushua. They deem you a terrorist, right? Because it says those that were beheaded for the word, all right, of the Lord. You know, so they deem you a terrorist, and then they cut your head off. They chop your head off in a guillotine. Guess what? You are coming back with a crown on your head. You know, you coming back with Yahushua. You already got your spot secured. For all eternity, you're going to live, and you're going to be reverenced. You know, you're going to be known, all right? You've been confirmed as a member of the elect. Now, what happens to a 2/3 that says, no, I'm taking that chip. No, I want to eat. I don't want to die. No. Oh, somebody that might have been teaching the truth. No, Hebrew Israelite. Well, what is that? I don't even know what that is. You know, and they show you a video. You standing there, you read, you know, going into that. So this is what that. So you white man, you going here, and then they show you that on camera. But here you are in the interrogation room, like, huh? Edomite? What's the Edom? What? No, I don't know what that. No, I don't know what that is. You know, I'll take the bag. I'll tell you where each and every one of them lives, and you sell out because you're afraid of dying. You know what's gonna happen to you? The Most High still gonna kill your ass anyway. But you're not gonna come back in a chariot with Yahushua. All right, you gonna have to come back. All right, in the kingdom, but you're gonna be shamefaced because how did you go out? You know, you remember how you ended up in the kingdom. Your entrance into the kingdom was, no, I don't know what Edomite is. Oh, no, 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 no. And you betrayed your own brothers. You betrayed servants of the Lord. Man, that's gonna suck. All right, that's gonna suck, man. All right, so it says verse 5, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. So you see how it says a little chastised? Because yeah, we catch hell, and we get vexed with what's going on here, but that's only because we're getting better. We're getting better in a society that's getting worse. We know what's right, and we want righteousness to be instilled in the earth. So when we don't see that, as our minds are getting more righteous, we're seeing more and more wickedness. Of course, it's gonna vex us, and it's an affliction, but it's a light affliction. They may come for you, and you may go a couple of days without eating, but that's a light affliction. You do that when you fast, you know. But just think about, and the affliction at first seems like a lot, but when you think about what you're gonna get in return, then it becomes a light affliction. You know, you guys got me in an interrogation room talking about you're gonna cut off my fingers. You're gonna cut off my fingers. Damn, you're gonna cut off my fingers? And then I think about, but what happens when when the Lord comes back? Like here it is, I'm gonna be a whole king of the you start meditating on what you're gonna get. Man, you like fingers, what the hell is that? You can take them shits, you know? And Lord might actually deliver you from that. Who knows? But when you think of the reward, the glory, whatever tribulation it is in front of you, it just seems minute. It becomes less now. You're able to go through it. You may be shaking in your boots, and then you see the guillotine, and then, Lord might give you a vision right before you die, like Stephen. And all of a sudden, all the fear leaves you, because you just saw a glimpse of the reward. And that's all you can focus on. That's all your mind is on. The pain, you don't feel the pain. You don't feel the fear. Matter of fact, you even anxious. You excited. You like, shit, take the head off. Because that's like the door leading me to that reward that I just saw. Let me finish this real quick, and I'll hit some of those precepts. It says, verse 6, as gold in the furnace hath he tried them, and received them as a burnt offering. Okay, and in the time of their visitation they shall shine, and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations, and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. All right, so here it is. You can't even judge somebody down the block. You try to tell them, yo, not even in a judgy way. You just try to tell them, you probably shouldn't do that. It's not good for you. They look, nigga, who are you? You don't tell me what to do, especially if it's oh my gosh, if it's a who, if it's a them ratchet women, you're better off just keep trucking, man, keep trucking, because you turn around, they try to advise, maybe you shouldn't, maybe I shouldn't, what, nigga, what, I'm gonna get my whole, nope, not having it, so guess what, you can't even correct somebody on a low level here. But you're going to go from that to judging nations. A nation is not your block. A nation is not a city. A nation is not America. A nation is a nation. All right? That's people. And that's a nation. Okay? We're going to judge nations. Nations. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. So, hey, we're going to have responsibility as well. Let's see if there's a bit more. It says, verse 9, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect. So it's right there, point blank, right there. He hath care for who? His elect. Okay, not the whole world. Verse 10, but the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. All right. So, that pretty much seals it right there. It tells you what's going to happen, So we don't got to worry, man. All right. Just the time is short. The time is definitely short. All right. The famine of the word is right around the corner. Okay. But hey, with the famine of the word comes another step closer to our eternal rest. Okay. No more waking up early. No, nothing. Just rest. All right. Just rest. Let's see what brothers got on here. Prince of Yahweh, aka Leighton. John 12 and 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. Exactly. Going back to the point that I made earlier. So you think I'm gonna sell out. I'm gonna sell out because the devil is going, he ain't gonna kill me. Guess what? The Most High controls the devil. And you just made an enemy out of your boss's boss. Think about it like that. You just made an enemy out of the Most High by trusting in Esau, but the Most High has more power than Esau. So now you're both screwed. Okay? It says, Nathan, yeah, what's up? Matthew 16 and 25, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. You see the key part in there? Lose his life for what? For my sake. It ain't just I got shot. You know what I'm saying? Why you got shot? I was dealing drugs. I was doing drugs. You didn't lose your life for the Lord's sake. The scriptures say, let us not suffer as an evildoer, but if we're gonna suffer, let us suffer for this word. Okay? It says, Yasharal the chosen, Matthew 10 and 33, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father, which is in heaven. And you don't want that. Here it is. You see brothers going up. You see sisters. You see children getting beamed up, and you know what's going on. You're like, oh, I know what's going on, but you don't get beamed up. Whoo, damn, that denial is going to hurt. That denial is not going to be. See, when you deny Yahushua before men, you're denying him through your words and your actions. No, I'm not an Israelite. No, I don't teach that. No, I'm not with that. I don't believe in that. Okay, cool, right? When the Lord denies you before his Father, your life is gone. That's your life. That's your ass right there. It's not going to be just, I feel hurt because the Lord denied me. No, it's I'm going to die because the Lord denied me. So really think about that when if you end up in an interrogation room or on the news or wherever, in jail, wherever you got to be, the Lord prophesied it. It's in the scriptures, but remember that. You got people that fear these drug lords and so on and so forth so much that they won't snitch on them. So how much more should you fear the Lord? Yasharal the chosen, 2 Maccabees 7 and 10. After him was the third made a mocking stock, and when he was required, he put out his tongue, and that right soon, holding forth his hands manfully, and said courageously, these I had from heaven, and for his laws I despise them, and from him I hope to receive them again. The water, going into the story of the seven brothers, all right, in the book of the Maccabees, okay, and how they endured the torture and affliction, humility, all right, humiliation, pain. They went through all of that, and it says what? Manfully. Okay, why? Because he understood in the latter part, as we read, that he was gonna get it back. Okay, I'm a one-eyed bot, 1 Corinthians 2 and 9. But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High hath prepared for them that love him. So, just think about that. Like, damn, like, damn, like, you think about, imagine the most beautiful thing. Like, imagine what you want the most. Like if the kingdom was how you pictured it, whatever you would picture, however many, whatever you want, you picture that. Understand that when you actually get to the kingdom, whatever you pictured is like, it's not even gonna exist in comparison to what it's actually gonna be like. If you pictured a chariot, what you're gonna see is gonna make the chariot you pictured look so bad. It's gonna make it look so bad. You could picture, let me put it like this. You can picture the sweetest thing right now, but when you get to the kingdom and you actually see it, it's going to make that sweet thing you picture taste bitter. Let's put it like that. All right? Because it's going to far exceed anything you can ever imagine. Remember, the things we imagine now is based on what we've been exposed to. Things we've heard, things we've read, movies we've seen. So, and the things we've been exposed to right now are from the earth being in its basest form, with the least of the heathen, the basest, the most insignificant ruling, right? So the movies we see, all right, that Esau creates and stuff, that's on a low level, right? The life that we see, the life we live is a very low level. So, being that that's all you've been exposed to, you can only imagine in a certain range based on what you've experienced. And that's why whatever you imagine ain't even gonna compare to what it is. Because there's certain things we haven't even seen. And if we haven't even seen it, we can't even imagine it. Because that's like trying to imagine a new color. How do you even imagine a new color? Unless you see the new color, then you can imagine something like it. All right. So in the kingdom, the things we're gonna see, like the brother posted, whatever you're imagining, it is not gonna compare to the kingdom. All right, Romans 8 and 18, number one, I bought, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. All right, and that's what? That's motivation to keep going. Okay. It says Romans 8 and 19, for the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God. Verse 20, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willing, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope. See, so we went off, but it wasn't willingly. The Lord subjected us to go off, but he also subjected us to hope. That is the story. That is our prologue. The from the creation to Adam going off to us getting, the Yahushai's return. That's the prologue of our story. Then the full story, it doesn't end with the kingdom. We get to the kingdom and then close the books. No, that's when we actually begin to live. That is when life on earth, life in paradise actually begins. And we're just gonna continue to just reach new heights for all eternity. Like today, you think about the ancient world, for example, right? And you're like, damn, look at how we do things now compared to how they did things back then. You have cars, and back then they had horses and mules and asses, right? But now we have cars. So the same way things progress, when we get to the kingdom, we're gonna start somewhere, but we're gonna continue to progress, to the point where we're gonna populate galaxies and solar systems and Milky Ways, and there's gonna be no end to it. All right. Let's see. Fisher turned hunter, Amos 9 and 11, Matthew 19 and 28. And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Imagine that, right? Imagine that. Yahushua comes back. Everybody's shook. People don't know what's going on. They're shook. Like the whole world is seeing Yahushua's return. And that, Lord willing, you're a part of the elect, that this man, this Yahushua that's in the chariot is going to crown you. He's gonna put a crown in your head. He's gonna reverence you as one of his men. He's gonna be glad to see you. Imagine that. That's like if you go to I don't know, a Drake concert, and everybody's there, right? Everybody's there. He gets off stage. You know how people go crazy over him. I don't really see the fuss, but people go crazy, right? He gets off stage, walks into the crowd to come to you, to reverence you. Like, yo, what's good, bro? He gives you a dap and all of that. And people are like, oh shit. Now they're like, who the hell are you? So like when the Lord comes back, he said, what? He's gonna reward us for following him in the regeneration. And that reward, I mean, this isn't like, like your uncle tells you, I got a surprise for you, and you like, what is it? He probably gives you like, $50, maybe a book, maybe like a toy car or something like that. Like, there's a limitation. There's a limit. He ain't gonna say I got a surprise for you, and he freaking pops up with a Lamborghini like, here are the keys, go ahead. Nah. There's a limitation on whatever the surprise is. But when the Lord said he's gonna reward you and he got a surprise for you, man, it ain't gonna be no a little I don't know, a hamster or some shit. Nah. The Lord can literally make anything. So I mean, the Lord's reward, man, that's something we all looking forward to. All right, so I'm ended off with this. Let's see. Actually, I'll read just a couple more. Prince of Yahweh, aka Leighton, Daniel 12 and 2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, all right? Some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt, all right? And that's going into those who are going to come back in the kingdom, like you said. Oh, like you posted in the scripture, all right? And you're gonna come back to that contempt. You're gonna be shamefaced, you're gonna, because I mean, why wouldn't you be? What do you think Judas felt after he betrayed the Lord? Why do you think he went and hung himself? Because he felt so bad, like, damn, you know and even think about it, in the kingdom, how you going, damn, bro. Shit. But over time, you'll get out of it. But when that freshness, ooh, man, like I said in the previous video, look, Lord willing, I'm of the elect. Well, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters, are of the elect, and your loved ones, the Lord delivers them as well. But I don't want to go into the kingdom and I'm feeling shamefaced. I'm drinking wine, but I feel like I don't deserve the wine. Now I'm not saying that we're gonna go there and we deserve everything. But I'm trying to drink with a clear conscience. I'm trying to chill. Look, if we go to a party, I'm trying to, I'm coming fly as hell. If I stones, gold, crown, garment, I'm coming decked out. And I'm not trying to come feeling like, like, damn, like, I don't want anybody to see me. They might recognize me as like, one of those who like, sold them out. No, I want to be able to come and Shalom brothers peacefully, not saying that they're not going to be able to do that, but just, I'm talking about in your mind's sake, because it's going to be all love. But in your mind, you're going to feel like, like, damn, that's a very uncomfortable feeling. I don't like that feeling personally. It's like that feeling of like uneasiness. You try to have fun, but it's always in the back of your mind, and it comes back to you like boom, like, and then it just downs you. No, sir, I'm all right. If we eating, I'm full. We having a good time. So guess what? Personally, I'm keeping that in mind. When these tribulations come, I'm keeping that in mind. Like, you know what? We're this close. All those cold winters, all the sacrifices you've made, and you gonna throw it away in this instant because you're scared of them cutting your head off? Or you gone 2 days and maybe it's been 3 and you haven't eaten? So now you're gonna go take the chip? Hell no, man. You crazy? Now, it's easier said than done, okay? But we all pray that the Lord has mercy on us, Revelation 3:10. And he puts the spirit on us to hold us, and we trust in him because he will feed you. Just think about it. Think about it, man. You go 3 days, no food, no water, and you end up, you may be with brothers, and brothers are telling you, brother, just tough it out. We all going through it. Nah, I can't do this. Nah, it's too much for me. You go down and you go get chipped. And you come back and you see brothers eating. And they're like, what happened? And you like, what happened? They're like, oh, an angel showed up literally like 2 minutes after you left and blessed us with all this. Do you know what level of just agony you're going to be in terms of regret? You just gave up your salvation. And literally 2 minutes after, had you waited just 2 minutes, you wouldn't have had to. But what? You went out, you gave into the flesh, went and got microchipped. Boom, here you are. Now you got to live the rest of your days until the time of the destruction comes, knowing that when those chariots come, you're not going to be on there. Nah, no, sir. No. Not doing that. All right. Lord willing, we are not doing that. Okay. This is Yamin Benjamin Israel. Psalms 20:5. We will rejoice in thy salvation, and in the name of our power, we will set up our banners. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, fulfill all thy petitions. All right. Psalm 70:4. Let all those that seek thee rejoice and be glad in thee, and let such as love thy salvation say continually, let the Most High be manifest. That's right. All right. Gone, yeah. Lord willing, we will give it a good fight of faith and endure this thing to the end. That's our only option, man. And remember, all of us are gonna go through it. Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramlab, brothers, sisters, children, everybody, brothers you watch, brothers, we all gonna go through it. Even, everybody's gonna be going through it. You're not alone. It's not just you. If you starving, if there's a famine, it's not just you. We all going through it, man. So don't go thinking you all super special and you can't do it and it's just me and I just go give in. Nah, man. We all going through it, man. So we gonna need to suck it up and just whatever the Lord brings our way, hey, just go through it. All right. Yashua the chosen, like a child that did something he wasn't supposed to. Yep. And it's on his conscience the whole time. That's exactly what I was thinking of when I was speaking on that. You go and you go off, you go and steal something or go do something, and you just know, your parents are gonna find out. Who? Or better yet, your parents find out. And it's like maybe you mess up in school and then they call your parents and you come home. Your mom picks you up from school and you come home and here it is, y'all all at the dinner table and everybody's just quiet. You can feel your dad staring at you. You can't even eat. You don't have an appetite because what's going on in their mind. You know what's going on in your mind. You messed up and it's just awkward. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. All right, you don't want to go through that. Yashua the chosen, Revelation 9:6, and in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. And guess what? When that time comes and you put in certain conditions, to die by starvation is one of the most painful ways to go out. All right, it's one of the most painful ways to go out, man. Imagine you just somewhere, and you're starving to death. What are you gonna do? Lord is like, nah, that's the way I want you to go out. You gonna wish or you in a concentration camp getting tortured every single day. You're gonna wish you were dead. You're gonna wish you were at peace. Lord's like, no. You here to suffer. All right. So lastly, I'm gonna finish this off here. Abal Gabar 144, Ecclesiasticus 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. All right. So always remember these scriptures are here for a reason. What was written aforetime was written for our learning. Okay. So remember, man, we're not only fighting for salvation, because what is salvation? Salvation is deliverance from the destruction, but it's also reward to come. So remember those two things, man. It's a win-win. All right. If you get the reward, you also get delivered from the destruction. So remember that. You don't want to suffer the destruction, but also you want that reward. Whichever one is going to make you fight harder, just put that in the forefront of your mind. All right. Now remember that we are doing this work, all right, for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's sake, but it's also going to be for your sake as well. So as the scriptures say, seek ye your own salvation with fear and with trembling. All right. So I'm ended off here. Lord willing, this was edifying unto the elect. The devil's going to do what he's going to do. All right. But Lord willing, we of the elect. The elect are going to do what the elect are going to do. Okay. So, hey, the water for tuning in. Lord willing, you were edified. And Lord willing, the Lord have mercy upon you all. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Barakatham. And call hello Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakakodash. Till next time, Shalom.